Enraged Atlanta family filing a lawsuit over the death of their loved one. The family of Johnny Hollman taking legal action against a tow truck driver and a former Atlanta police officer. They claim those two men are responsible for the death of the late faith leader.
I'm Chelsea Vinefor in DeKalb County, where Johnny Hollman's family is suing for damages, negligence, and wrongful death after he was killed last summer. The incident happened in August when 62-year-old Johnny Hollman called police after getting into a minor traffic incident. Body camera footage released last month shows what happened when police arrived. When presented with a traffic citation, Hollman told Officer Kyron Kimbrough he didn't cause the accident. Things escalated and Kimbrough eventually tased Hollman, which led to his death. In the body camera video, you can also see a tow truck driver, which lawyers have identified as Eric Robinson, kneeling on Hollman. Atlanta police fired Kimbrough in October. The Fulton County District Attorney's Office will ultimately decide if either men will face charges.